Man, YouTube, have I got a late nighter for you tonight, courtesy of Law and Crime. I'm going to choke the F out of you. Wife and husband accused of egregious attack on girl over cell phone. Shout out to Colin for bringing us this story. And shout out to all my new subscribers and listeners. I appreciate you joining the Truth First family, where we expose these devils on a daily basis. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I drop one of these juicy videos. And with that being said, let's see what these two devils done to this girl. Deborah Wiles on the left and Matthew Wiles on the right, courtesy of Bluff City Police Department. And they don't look too thrilled about their mugshots, do they? You'll see why here in a minute. A wife and husband in Tennessee have been arrested and charged for allegedly abusing a teenage girl and threatening her life, according to law enforcement in the volunteer state. Matthew Wiles, 44, and Deborah Wiles, 46, each stand accused of one count each of aggravated domestic assault and child abuse and neglect, according to affidavits of complaint obtained by Law and Crime. An officer with the Bluff City Police Department responded to a call about an unruly minor on Monday after a man reported that a 15-year-old girl had ran to his location, the affidavit says. The girl's adopted parents then explained to police that their daughter was found to have a cell phone, which is against their rules. According to court documents, police say Deborah Wiles willingly admitted to shoving her daughter onto the couch during an argument after the girl refused to divulge the phone's passcode. As the altercation over the phone continued, the family was getting ready to leave for an event, and the teenage girl refused to go. So the husband picked her up and carried her to the back seat of the family's truck. The girl was thrashing all the while and trying to get away, her parents said, according to the affidavits. The parents allegedly said that as Matthew Wiles placed the girl inside the truck, she hit her face on the rear post, resulting in a nosebleed. The girl then jumped out of the vehicle and ran down the street, the parents told police. When interviewed by police, the girl said she did in fact have a phone that she wasn't supposed to have, and confirmed that she refused to share her passcode with her adoptive mother. The teenage girl said Deborah Wiles shoved her onto the couch by grabbing her throat and kept her hand there, choking her as she screamed, cursed, and said, "I'm going to choke the F out of you." As her breathing and speech were restricted during the choking, the girl said her memory got hazy and she could not remember everything. At some point, however, the girl told police that Deborah Wiles shoved her down to the floor, sat on top of her, and eventually grabbed her by the hair and pulled her up from the floor. Wow. And she done that to what? A 15-year-old girl. Hold on, we got to do this right quick. The girl said Matthew Wiles shoved his adoptive daughter's head between her knees and said, "It's my turn." Wow. So they just took turns on this little girl. As her adopted father took her to the truck and placed her in the back seat, the girl said he repeatedly hit her in the mouth, causing her nose and mouth to bleed, and called her a little whore, the affidavits say. She then waited until both of the adults were in the truck and ran. The girl also told police about a series of cameras in the living room that would lend credence to her versions of events. According to the BCPD, Deborah Wiles was at first reluctant to share the videos, but eventually relented and signed a form that allowed law enforcement to view the footage from inside the house. In those videos, police wrote, the adoptive mother can be seen repeatedly choking the girl and pulling her around the floor by her hair. "You're going to die today because I've had enough," Deborah Wiles can be heard telling the girl at one point. Police allege in the affidavit she later says, "I'm going to choke the F out." While being choked by the wife at one point, the video allegedly shows someone whose name is redacted in the affidavit walks up and smacks the girl in the face while demanding the passcode to the cell phone. The video also allegedly shows Matthew Wiles, in fact, taking his turn holding the girl down before later picking her up and slamming her head into a door before opening the door and taking her outside. Man, these foster parents beat the crap out that minor, that little girl. They straight torturized, they straight tortured that girl. And you can see that as evident as the look on Miss Deborah's face. You can tell that she knows she's in big trouble. She knows she's in big trouble, and rightfully so. And shout out to that brave little girl that ran away, because just because you a disobedient child doesn't give your parents to beat you like that. They can discipline you, but they can't beat you like that and pull you around their hair by your floor. You know, that was a young girl they done that to. But hey, you know, it's a good thing that they in police custody. Hopefully they took that little girl out of the home and she will no longer have to endure that kind of traumatic experience ever again. But hey, YouTube, what do y'all think about these two devils? Please be respectful in your comments and drop them down below. And I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Shalom.